Let's look at a quick example of how Prokofiev used pulses and also how he used grace notes to embellish his musical writing. Let's jump right in.
So if we start from rehearsal number 12, there's some immediate observations. Here I tell you, if we're using the upper range of the piano and then bass with all the grace notes, this gives you a pulse that is subservient to the quarter note triads. So of course we hear these guys are real prevalent, but these guys are really the face of what's going on. This is the playfulness that you hear. And it really sets you up for some cool sort of secondary pulses. So if I play this, you'll hear kind of how it goes now. So. Okay, so that's rehearsal letter 12. So you see how this is going back and forth in the orchestration. It's really a great little idea for you to keep in mind when you're writing. And he slowly brings it down until he's coming down to here. So it's a great use of dynamics. Of course, my tempos are going to be different today because I'm not interested in going through this real fast. I'd rather have you absorb it. So we go all the way over to here, and we're going to look at the application of this material. So here's the original. This is what he did. Okay, so we're going to start with this. And this is basically 3 + 4, just a little minor chord, and then he's using 4 + 4. But we can change the way this material will be used when we gather it by taking this first chord, moving the bottom note up and the top note down. And now we have an open voicing, and we're going to go to the closed voicing. So we find that we have room for little lines that are contrapuntal. And that gives us this sort of sound. So that's the first thing I extract. I said, well, what happens if I open the harmony? I don't want to take his just minor chord. I'm going to write my own piece. So these are some of the ideas. So we're gathering material. And then once I had this, I said, well, let me put a little line just on top of this. And of course, what am I doing in my line? I'm avoiding outside 13. So I'm trying to avoid too much doubling, all that sort of stuff. And so now you have this little guy.
So I hope that you are inspired by this little clip, and don't forget to check out the full 3-hour session that TC did on Prokofiev. It's absolutely worth your time, and you will learn a ton, I promise. And last thing, if you want to meet TC or myself in person, please go to the virtual campus. I will link to that in the description box below, and say hi if you see us hanging around in one of those virtual rooms. I would love to connect with you. Have a wonderful day, and see you in the next video. Keep your pulses alive. Bye.